have to tell you, I was very disappointed in how badly this goes. Watch this. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, we are looking at a rank 3 SIG 200 Mantis, and this is actually live on my account. I meant it when I put out my BG's ranking. I had her in the tier above all with the other skill nukes, but I had her as a number 2, and I was very, very confident that she would be a dominant attacker in Battlegrounds. But I've since pulled her. I've used her. I'm really not so sure anymore, and I want to get this information out. I'm gonna show you one fight. We're gonna talk through why I'm so concerned, and it's not just based off this one fight. I just think this fight shows it the best, and then I really desperately do want to know, what do you think? Because she's so new. I think there's a lot of information, and then I'm gonna make a bit of a prediction. You know, I enjoy doing that. I want to get this information out, and then let's have some fun. Okay, so this is the rank 3 SIG 200 on my awoken her, the whole thing. So here's the first thing I want to point out. This is the gladiator circuit meta, so it's encroaching root, kinetic transference. This meta messes with almost everyone. I do think it messes with her a large amount, but you're going to see in this fight, I make it work. It works out. This is a Dr. Doom who has crit resistance, but that's just your probability to crit. She's going to get those guaranteed crits. He's got a lot of armor. But still, this is only 164,000 health. I'm assuming it's about a rank 3 Doom. We want her to be able to handle this in one SP2. She doesn't have a ton of utility, right? She's not placing debuffs. She's not reducing ability accuracy. I mean, she does place the debuffs in the Infuriate and the other one, right? But those can get shrugged. We'll talk about that a little bit more at the end of the video and why I'm a little concerned with her. But you can see this is going fairly well. I've got the Infuriates up. I'm getting the nice intercepts. I'm getting the her sleepy thing. I can't think of what it's called. But you guys know what I'm talking about in the upper right-hand corner. We're up to 12. I've got the Intimidate on, so I'm able to get quite a few going. We've been rooted. It's fine. You're going to see this is going to go, honestly, pretty well for a fight in this meta. I'm actually relatively happy with how it plays out. It's the end that's really concerning me. So here we go. Do a decent job with some of the dexes there. Not all of them. We're rooted again. And we're going to go ahead and there we go. We get the Infuriate up, so we're going to get a few more intercepts. We're getting a little more her sleepy things or whatever they're called. We're at 17, so that's a good number. Ideally, you want to get to 20, but I've got some extenuating circumstances here, and you're going to see I'm actually going to get to 19, which is going to be good enough. And then I'm going to do a bit of like an intercept heavy type thing here. This is really fun. And by the way, I love this champion regardless. I think she's a blast. And you're going to see we're going to get all the way up to the 10. I got the 10 Furies with the sleep. I got to 19. I'm going to continue to call them the sleepy thing. That's not what they're called. Got the 2 hits of the Fury. So we've got the cruelties, what have you. We're going into the SP2. I think with Mantis, you want this SP2 to end it. I think that's what you want, because you're going to have to start the ramp over again, especially in Battlegrounds with so much going on. She needs to be exceptionally fast. 163,000 health. I knew this. I was pretty sure, because I've done a lot of fights. I was pretty sure this wasn't going to finish Doom off. But I have to tell you, I was very disappointed in how badly this goes. Watch this. Still 30% of his life left. He was at, I think, about 90. That only took off about 60%, which is a large number. But if you need her to be dominant in Battlegrounds, I think you want a lot more out of her. Battlegrounds is highly competitive. The skill nukes are highly competitive, and they can do these fights. Very disappointed in that. Now, if some of you are like, hey, you played this wrong, or you needed more of this, I don't think that's the case. I think I played that very well as far as that last SB2, getting that to where it needed to be. You see the results. Let's go ahead and talk about my predictions and some final things here. Okay, now here's the spreadsheet for the video I literally just put out. Depending on what you see, is potentially the day before. You know how seriously I take these things. It's fun, and I like to get the information out. And I went against what I normally do. And it's like, I'm going to put Mantis here because I'm that sure she's going to be in the tier above all for attackers. Normally, I'm very, very conservative because I hate doing what I'm about to do, but I want to get this information out, and it's based on my own experience. I'm going to take Mantis from this tier above all. And when you see the spreadsheet go out live on Twitter in a couple weeks, I'm moving her to the top of the tier shelf. And here's why: is those tier above all attackers. Look at that: Hit Monkey, Crossbones, Shang-Chi, Black Panther, Stealthy, Falcon, Sakura, Valkyrie. MCoC Valkyrie, they can get around some nodes doing tremendous damage, right? Stealthy has a nice slow, great damage. Black Panther, ability accuracy reduction, has an extremely nice bleed. Again, great damage. Shang-Chi, usually he's got the slow, the cleanse, the stun, can go unblockable, and often ending fights in one special two, if not that first special two, very soon thereafter. Crossbones, massive furies, a really important ability accuracy reduction, fantastic damage. Hitmonkey, guaranteed crits throughout his, not just specials, but his combos too and his basic attacks. A nice crit bleed that is possible. We've talked about how Nerd has talked about and shown can get around armor and champions who cannot be bled. And then we've got Mantis. If she's going to be in that tier, that, in my opinion, that SP2 needs to finish similarly ranked champions. It needs to finish them because it's a lot of work to get there to begin with. You've got to get up your Intimidate and your Infuriate. You need to land those intercepts. You need to hit the block. You're probably going to have to deal with some sort of node interference along the way. It won't always be as tough as Encroaching Root, but it's going to be something. Additionally, she has no ability accuracy reduction. She does have that neutralize mechanic, but that's only 100% versus science champions. I have her at 6,200, so it's going up to 50% against other champions, but that means if it's not a science champion, debuffs are getting through. 50% chance. That's assuming I play her exceptionally well. And with her high skill cap or high skill ceiling or whatever you want to call it, basically, you've got to be very skilled with her to get the most out of her. I think for her to be widely used, and that's where this is becoming important, or this is where I frame things. Like, remember, I'm the one who said, I'm actually not that worried about Galen being nerfed because I don't think he's going to be, because I think it's very clear what was intended. He was intended to be a dominant Battlegrounds and War attacker. I think that was the intention with Mantis. I don't think she's intended to be for Everest content, and I don't even think she's necessarily intended for like 8.2 and general questing. I think she's made for Battlegrounds and maybe some war. She doesn't have a lot of safety mechanisms in there. That's why I don't think it's too much war. But if people get skilled enough, they're going to want that payoff. They want the juice to be worth the squeeze. And with what I'm experiencing right now, I don't think she is. Think about it. The really problematic, menacing defenders in the Battlegrounds, right? Kingpin, gonna be struggling her debuffs. Mole Man, same thing. She's not gonna be able to get her. I'm gonna keep calling it the sleepy thing. That's not what it's called. But we know that going at all. Nimrod, big, huge health pool, lots of armor. Dr. Doom, you just saw it. Terrax, she can't handle the debuff. She's gonna be taking the energy damage. And so on and so forth. Korg, Thing, she's not gonna be able to take Thing because he's gonna trigger protection. I think she's extremely well made. So this isn't about that. What I'm saying is I think, I don't know, I don't have any insider information. I don't think it's been explicitly said, but my sense is she was designed to be a dominant Battlegrounds attacker. I think she's exceptionally well made. And here is my prediction. One, I'm missing something. And there's a chance on that. If you know for a fact I am, please let me know. I've really invested in her. I really think she's cool. And I do think she's well made. If that's not the case, here's my prediction. She's going to get buffed. I think her debuff, neutralize, or whatever it's called, I think will be increased for champions that aren't science. I think get it up to 70, 80. I think even 100%, I think would still be totally fine. And I think that SP2 needs to hit harder. I think she needs to end that fight. For similarly ranked champions, meaning if she's going up against a rank 3 Dr. Doom and she's rank 3, if you get to that SP2, if you do all that work and you get there, even if they're at 100% health, I think that SP2 needs to end the fight. You've put in a tremendous amount, and I think that needs to happen for her to be widely used when she's competing with all of these other skill champions. That's my prediction. Let me know what you think I got right. Let me know what you think I got wrong. Either way, I'm glad I got the word out. I know there's a lot of hype on this champion. It's deserved. She's a lot of fun. The SP2 does hit very hard. But right now, I just can't put her in that tier above all with all these other skill nukes. They just bring more, and they handle the defenders that are really prevalent and menacing in Battlegrounds. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.